Hello, friends. I'm Christiana Gaudet. I am your Tarot Fairy Godmother. So happy to have you here with me today. It's Thursday. That means that it is time for the Tarot Topics Weekly Newsletter recap. Do you get the Tarot Topics Weekly Newsletter? If you don't, you can go to my website, tarotbychristiana.com or christianagaudet.com. Just hit the button for newsletter and you can subscribe, and you'll end up with it in your inbox every Wednesday. You can also read the newsletter right there. So every Thursday, I come on live, and you can always watch an archive if you're not here with me live. Every Thursday, I come on live and we talk about the newsletter topic, and we do some readings about it. So we have a few people here already, and right now, this minute, every single person that I can see is a member of this channel and someone who's been a member for 2 months or more. The green sun means you've been a member for 2 months or more. So I really appreciate that. I appreciate you. I'm so glad that you are here. Thank you so much to all of our members and to everybody. And a few of you, specifically Karen Winkle and Claire C., got the idea here and are asking for specific questions about either being on your own, what you can do to be more comfortable in your own company, any of that kind of thing. And Clumsy Clairvoyant says we're loud today. You know, it's a fact. I've been playing with the audio, so I'm a little loud, huh? Wonder what's up with that, because from my settings, it's exactly where it should be. So turn it down on your end. At least you can hear me. But thank you for the feedback. I really do appreciate that feedback. And of course, when you talk about feedback in audio, that's always funny, because feedback is a bad thing in audio, isn't it? All right. So, as I said, our topic today, the name of the newsletter is Table for One. And I talk about how, I have this feeling that the world divides into two kinds of people. People who are perfectly comfortable going to a restaurant by themselves, going to a movie by themselves, going to a bar or a concert by themselves, and people who are not. So which one are you? Are you comfortable doing things on your own? Are you not comfortable doing things on your own? That's what I want to know. Go ahead and tell me. I like to do things on my own. I don't like to do things on my own. And, you know, it's always good to have friends. It's always good to have community. It's always good to have romance. But it's also good to be comfortable in our own company. And that's what the newsletter is about. And Clumsy Clairvoyance, we just got, yay, a super sticker from Clumsy Clairvoyance. We really appreciate that. Clumsy Clairvoyance is a long-standing member of this channel and has also supported us with a super sticker. And so I really appreciate that. Thank you so very much. So, are you one of those people who will go to a restaurant or a concert on your own, or not so much? I will tell you, when I was younger, I did not. I was not comfortable doing that. Now, I love it. I love it. I love to be able to do something I enjoy without too much distraction, as much as I also enjoy going places and doing things with the people I love. Adriana is very comfortable doing things on her own. I'm an introvert, so spend a lot of time on my own. Wendy, so nice to see you. Glad you're here. Claire, I'm usually comfortable on my own, but I enjoy meeting people. Well, that's the other thing. When you go places on your own, very often you make new friends, and that's so great. Barbara says, I'm comfortable doing things on my own, prefer company, but it's not necessary. So one of the things that I talk about in the newsletter is I posit that all of the 9 cards, not just the Hermit, not just the Nine of Pentacles, but all of the 9 cards, speak of being alone in some way or another. So I thought that was an interesting thing to take a look at. Wendy says, I'm very comfortable on my own, going out on my own, always have been. Clumsy clairvoyance, I'm totally fine going out alone and doing things by myself, has never bothered me. That's so cool. That's so good. So, the other thing we talk about in the newsletter is reading tarot for yourself. You know, there are those people who say you can't or you shouldn't read for yourself. And I mean, it's always good to get an objective reading, but it's also really good to read for yourself. So that's a practice I really encourage. So, I have opened the floor for questions now, having to do with either, are you single and tired of being single? Do we need to talk about that? Are you overly alone and need to connect with others? Do you want advice about your loneness? And one of the things I comment on is like being lonely and being lone or alone, not the same thing, right? So Karen, from Karen Winkle, and thank you so much for being a member of this channel. Being the hermit, I think alone is my comfort zone. Should I be pushing myself in the opposite direction to get out of my comfort zone? And if so, how should I best approach that? And the answer is, you know, when it comes to building your business, you're going to need to. When it comes to just like your own personal life, you know, you've got a husband, you enjoy the company of your kids, you could probably use a few more friends, but I think that will just happen naturally. So I would say only push yourself when it comes to developing your business. That's what I would say. And let's see, Claire C., any advice for traveling alone? And Claire, thank you so much for being a member of this channel. Absolutely appreciate that and appreciate you. The advice is, don't push yourself to anyone's schedule. Like, you know, when you travel with other people, you always have to pay attention to their schedule and what you need. Enjoy that you are on your own schedule and you don't have to push yourself at all. And enjoy that. And I think sometimes in a lot of different ways, whether it's like actual physical safety, whether it's financial safety for single people, you know, there is safety in numbers, and sometimes when we're on our own, we don't feel so safe. Obviously follow good safety protocols, Claire, but I'm not worried about you particularly. And I think we need to learn how to have good safety protocols and how to feel secure in ourselves. All of us do, absolutely. So let's scroll on down here. Lori Hahn, nice to see you. Autumn Pond, nice to see you. 9 is a crone number. Yeah, it sure is, absolutely. Let me also just greet Smile Soul 20, so happy to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Jackie, happy to see you. Thanks for being here. Melissa, nice to see you. I've learned to be very comfortable doing things alone and have done so for many years. So how do I ensure that I remain open to friendships and not hide behind my independent armor? Oh man, what a good question is that. Very good. So it's great that you enjoy being on your own, but how do you remain open to friends? You know, I wouldn't say that you're not. I feel like when you're out and about, like, you don't always trust people right away, but I'm not sure that you should. I think that your level of openness is decent. You are wary at first, but that's probably not a bad thing. And I think that you are open, so I actually feel like you're already kind of in a sweet spot there, really. Okay, Clumsy Clairvoyance, and again, thank you for your super chat and thank you for being a member here. How can I use my time alone in a better or more productive way? Honestly, by ensuring that you are being a good partner to yourself in terms of your own self-care And if you need downtime, don't feel guilty for having downtime. And as you involve yourself in creativity, don't be such a harsh critic of yourself. Silence your inner critic. Autumn Pond, and again, thank you for being a member here. I am embracing the fact that I'm liking being alone. How do I lean in or step into the power of alone and not isolate myself from fellowship? That's important too, and that's very similar to Melissa's question. When I looked at Melissa's, I felt like she's actually doing it okay. When I look at you, the thing is, and maybe Melissa has a little bit of this too, but you have a lot of it, Autumn Pond. You've got this like, I don't need anyone else. And okay, no, fair. None of us have to need anyone else. But to be in a place of welcoming without wanting. Like when we're wanting, we become like needy. We don't want to be needy. So how do we be welcoming without being wanty, if you know what I mean? So basically, to tell the universe that you're grateful with where you are, that you will be wary about other people because, you know, not everybody is going to be your cup of tea, but to be welcoming without being wanty. That's what you want to tell the universe. That's what I think. Okay, Wendy, I have lots of messages that there is a romantic partner on the horizon. How do I protect my alone time once that person is around? By choosing a person who is okay with that. That's the thing, choosing a person who needs some of that themselves and who understands that. It's all about choosing the right person. Right, and Autumn Pond says, yes, it is kind of the same question as Melissa, but I have no interest in making new friends, right? And that's where I feel like you need to do a little bit of a shift. To be interested, to recognize that some people could bring value to your life, Autumn Pond. And Wendy, wouldn't it be funny if Vic or Victor turns out to be the name of your person? That would be hilarious. Maria Pia, nice to see you. I enjoy being alone. However, is there an ancestor giving me company? Right. So when we're alone, we are often in the company of our ancestors and the spirits around us. And the answer is yes, very much. You have ancestors protecting you. You have ancestors bringing you healing. You have ancestors bringing you love. And you have ancestors helping you check yourself that you don't BS yourself too much. You got a whole army of them. Really, really. All right. So from my perspective, I have answered every question here. I want to, once again, thank our members and thank everyone who's here. And I want to remind you, Global Tarot Circle is tonight. 7 p.m. Eastern Time. The link is already up for it right here on this channel. We spend an hour together doing readings with each other and also discussing and learning tarot. So I hope that you will join us tonight for Global Tarot Circle. I will be back tomorrow with your Friday weekly wrap-up at this same time at noon. And I do have some appointment times open this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So reach out if you would like to schedule an appointment with me. I've been pretty much sold out all week, but I got openings on the weekend. And for those of you who are local, we will be doing our first in-person meetup at the Palm City Panera 4 p.m. on Sunday. So hope to see you there. So if there are anyone who has not asked a question, now is the time. This is last call for questions. Again, I absolutely appreciate all of you. I appreciate your being here. I appreciate my subscribers. I appreciate my members. Members, remember to check out the members-only videos, and I put up a members-only picture in the community forum just yesterday. And I will be putting up the August classes coming up very soon. I think most of you know I will be teaching at the Masters of the Tarot Conference at Omega in Rhinebeck, New York, coming up at the end of this month, and then I will be in Connecticut for 2 weeks. Melissa, I'm looking forward to seeing you there. Anyone else in that area, if you'd like to reach out, I would love to see you. I appreciate all of you very much. So glad that you are here. I hope that you'll join me tonight for Global Tarot Circle, and I will look forward to seeing y'all soon. Thank you so much.